Hey guys, welcome back to Larock's Cooking Adventure. I'm your host Larock, and I'm here today with Wifey Larock.
Hi.
Wifey Larock is going to show us today how to
Make pizza dough.
We'll be right back.
So let's take a look at the ingredients. We have flour, about 5 cups. This is all-purpose flour, but for best results, you might use bread flour or double O flour or any other pizza flour you might find on the shelf at the grocery store. That's gonna give you best result, but this is gonna work out anyway.
Like what? Proofing flour or high active flour?
No, it's gotta have a high level of gluten. That's what you gonna look for. Okay. High gluten level. Then here we have 2 teaspoons of salt. This is coarse salt. You can use fine salt, it's fine. 4 tablespoons of olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can use any other vegetable oil, that's fine. And then we have, this is 1/4 cup of fresh yeast. Now fresh yeast comes in packets like this. It has to be refrigerated and always covered.
It's like a brick.
Yeah, it's like a brick.
Not like that powder stuff you guys are used to.
But
it's fresh.
It's soft, like a kind of Play-Doh consistency. Gotta always be covered. It won't last forever, and gotta be stored in the refrigerator.
How long typically will it last?
About a month.
In the refrigerator, a month? That yeast will last 1 month?
Yes. Keep in mind, this fresh yeast is something that is alive, so you have to take care of it. You gotta keep it covered and make sure it doesn't get dry.
Now, what's the difference between that yeast and dry yeast?
Okay, the fresh yeast is ready to use. I have it crumbled up, but really, because I'm gonna use it right away, if you leave it like crumbled up like this, it's gonna dry up and be less effective. So you gotta use it quickly once you crumble it up. The other one, the dry yeast, it gotta be activated. Activated means that it's you can either put it in the flour and add the ingredients, but it's best always activated before add it to the other ingredients with some sugar and warm water. Not hot, just room temperature. That's fine, because again, yeast is something alive, and if the water is too hot or the milk, you're gonna kill it. So these are very simple ingredients. And I didn't mention the water. This is about 1.5 cups, but also the water depends. Sometimes you need a little less or a little more, depend from the climate, if it's dry or if it's wet, if it's raining. So this is about 1.5 cups. I might need a little more or a little less. I will see. We'll see how the dough look like once I add it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I just heard you say it depends on maybe the temperature and if it's raining outside. So if it's raining outside, that can affect your dough?
It might affect the quantity of water that you're gonna add to the flour, because when it's raining, the flour absorbs humidity. So it might require less water to make your dough.
Ah, okay, I get it.
And when it's very, very dry, you might need a little more.
Okay. So temperatures outside and the humidity inside your home can affect actually how much you need to make your dough.
Yes, that's correct. So let's proceed. Oh, another thing I wanted to say, that I'm gonna use today a standing mixer, but easily this dough can be made by hand. Don't get afraid to get messy. It's gonna be sticky on your hand, but then it's gonna come out right. I use the stand mixer because I don't really like get my hand sticky, and I have it, so I'm gonna use it. Okay, move this water out the way. And then when you use the stand mixer, you need this kind of attachment. It's called a hook. It's called a hook. And
that's a dough hook for those of you that don't know.
Yes. This is gonna give you best result because the dough is gonna be kinda hard to put together in the bowl. So it's like it's gonna work as a hand, like your hand, basically, inside the mixing bowl. So let me scoop this flour, all the flour, in.
How old were you when you started making dough?
I don't remember, but I might have been like 12, something like that.
12 years old?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then you add all the other ingredients.
Like you added your salt, added your
salt,
oil.
Sprinkle the salt, sprinkle the yeast all around. And then put these ingredients. Okay, now that we have all the ingredients into the mixing bowl, we attach the hook and we lift the bowl like this, and we start on low, like this number 2, and slowly we pour the water. Pour the water really gently and slowly. Again, if you like more rich dough, you can add milk.
What kind of dough is that?
Pizza dough.
What did you just say? If you like what?
A more rich pizza dough, you can use milk. You can use some lard instead then oil. Now you gotta stop a minute. I need more water, so I'm gonna add another cup of, gonna measure another cup of water.
So that's now 2.5 cups.
2.5 cups.
So you started out with 1.5.
Yeah.
So now you need another. So guys, remember that when you make this dough, that you might want to start out with 2 cups.
Put that together. And it's a little bit sticky, but it's gonna get together.
Now how much more water do you need?
Another half cup.
So now you're up to how much water?
But
total?
I'm not gonna use all of it. I measured another half a cup of water.
So you started out with 1.5, then you added another cup, then you added another 1/4 cup. So what is that total?
It's about 3 cups. Okay. When it starts to get together, you can augment the volume, the speed, and it looks all sticky on the bowl, but it's gonna get together. And once it forms a ball, see the form, it's starting forming a ball. That means is that the pizza dough is almost ready.
The whole counter and everything is shaking.
Yeah, it's really hard. Okay, now all the ingredients are together and it looks pretty smooth. It's still a little sticky, but what I like to do at this point is take the dough out, the bowl, the mixer, and work it by hand for a little bit so I can feel with my hand how the dough feel like. See, it's sticky, but I'm gonna get a little bit of flour on the counter and work it with my hand. Knead it with my hand. Okay, you sprinkle some flour.
Adventures.
Adventure. Okay, you take all the dough out. Like I say, it's sticky. Okay, all clean. And then sprinkle a little bit more flour on top. And you knead it. Don't really have to do a lot, just put it together and make it look smooth and take off the stickiness. Okay. Okay. This is ready. And what I need to do now is get a big bowl like this, or a big container. Spread a little bit of oil.
Can the people see the oil?
Yes.
And how much oil are you using?
Like enough to make it oily.
To coat the pan?
Yeah, like this much. So the dough won't stick all over the pan once it rises.
The bowl.
Okay, if you want, you can add a little bit of oil on top, another like tablespoon, like that. And this is gonna get covered by plastic wrap if you don't have another bowl, or another bowl, for like 30 minutes. Also, it depends from the temperature in your house. If it's hot, it's gonna take less time. If it's cold, it's gonna take more time. So what you wanna do with plastic wrap, if you don't have the bowl, is this. Make sure you don't leave gaps from where the air can go in. One.
I want to seal it airtight so
Yes.
no air gets in.
Yep. Some people just use like a kitchen cloth, but I don't like it because I think it gets the surface too hard, and then the dough gonna have kind of hard skin, and so I prefer to have some plastic and have no holes for the air to go in.
Looks good. So what's our next step?
Now we gotta wait. We wait, and in the meanwhile we can prepare some pizza sauce.
We have to wait. How long do we have to wait?
30 minutes, about 30 minutes, or more or less. It depends from the temperature on your house.
And what exactly are we waiting for?
For the dough to rise.
Oh, I never made pizza, so I don't know. You have to be real specific because our viewers never made dough. So, gotta be real specific, babe.
Okay, so when this dough will double the amount, with double in size, that means that the dough will rise up. So at that point, we can start working on the dough to make pizza, pretzel, whatever you like, little rolls, or anything you can imagine to do with pizza dough. Okay, now it's been about 30 minutes. As you can see, the dough doubling size and rise up. And next step is take the dough out of the bowl, put it on a flour surface, and divide the dough in smaller portions. It depends if you want to make single pizza, you want to make sheet pizza. This amount can be divided in 4 if you want to make a sheet, or in 6 if you want to make like round single pizza, like pizzeria style. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. You need this kind of tool. Is like a scraper, metal scraper, or a knife is gonna be working fine. You don't really have to measure, just divide it in equal parts. Okay, and another thing you're gonna do now is take a little piece and fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, keep folding it over like that. Okay, until it comes smooth. You close the bottom like that. Set it on the side. Keep doing it with all the pieces of dough that you have, like this. It's not sticky anymore. It's nice and smooth. Okay. So after you do that, if you need to make your final product pizza right away, you just leave it on your counter to rise up a little bit more until it gets soft, and then you are going just to spread it. Otherwise, you can put it in the refrigerator, use it the next day. I would not recommend freeze it. Because, like I said previously, the yeast is something alive, and if you freeze it, it might kill it. Alright. Okay. Okay. And the last one. Okay. Now you take another pan, like big enough to fit all your balls. You add a little bit of oil, vegetable oil. You coat the pan so it won't stick. And if the dough stick, then it's gonna be hard for you to take it out and work it. So one, you can add a little bit. If your hands are dirty with oil, that's fine. Or you can add a little bit of flour between. Okay, like this. So they won't stick together. They're gonna proof a little bit more.
What does proof mean?
They're gonna double in size again.
So those little teeny tiny balls are gonna double again?
Yeah, they're gonna get bigger again.
Double or just bigger?
It depends how long you leave it on your counter. If you leave it for too long, they're gonna double and after a certain point, they won't be good anymore. If you put it in your refrigerator, the cold will slow down the process, and they're not gonna double in size so quickly. So for now, this is the pizza dough, and I hope you like the video.
Guys, thanks for tuning in with us today. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Those of you who are watching for the first time, please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell and select all so that you get all the new and upcoming content. Well, you guys, we thank you again for watching. Say ciao.
Ciao.
See you guys soon. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.